Good day, everyone, and welcome to Bob's Reviews. And today we're going to do a review. We're going to do a video on how I hook up a subwoofer to a vintage receiver. If your receiver does not have a subwoofer out, this is one way of doing it. There are many ways of doing it, but this is my way of how I hook my subwoofer up. My first subwoofer was a Jammo, and it only had an RCA input. It had no high level, low level speaker inputs. So I went from that to the Wharfedale subwoofer, which has high-low inputs. But I didn't want to use them. I like using this way. It makes less wires. I only like one wire going from the receiver to the subwoofer. That's it. End of story. Now, everything is in this review, or in this video, I bought with my own money for doing this said review. And today we're going to look at a device that I use. I bought it off of Shopee. We used to use these a long time ago when I was a bass head in New York. We used these to hook up a subwoofer's amps to our existing system in our cars. Back then, a lot of the stereos did not have RCAs out, so we had to come up with a way of doing it. Now, this here is called the Sun High Level Speaker Signal to RCA Low to High Converter. This is has adjustable gain. Part number is FH108. I bought it off of Shopee, which is an online marketplace here in the Philippines that's very popular, Shopee and Lazada. So if you're an expat, the place to buy anything that you need, go to Lazada, go to Shopee, Facebook Marketplace, and another website called Carousel are good places to go fishing. But we open this up. And inside we have our converter. We have RCAs. I put a cap on this one. Don't forget Bob's tip. RCA caps. They're really good for protecting your RCAs of your toys. These two leads go to your speakers or go to the amp. I hook mine up to the amp. I don't want having wires hanging everywhere, and I don't want people to see it. So putting it on the amp hides it. Sorry, upside down. We have two adjustable gain pots, which you may have to adjust when you hook up the subwoofer, depending on how loud the subwoofer is and if you are able to control the volume. If not, adjust your gain and you'll have more play with the subwoofer adjustments. Okay, I only use one lead, so I have the other one taped off, and I have a cap on the one that I don't use. Very good to use. This cleans up the wiring mess and makes it easier to hook up. Now, if your amp has A and B speakers, you could hook up your regular front speakers to A and then hook this up to B. That way, you're able to turn the subwoofer on or off. Now, I've been in the subwoofers for a long time. I was a bass head in New York. Even my 911 Porsche, I had two 12-inch subs in the back. I removed the back seat and I inserted two 12-inch subwoofers with an Orion amp, HCCA amp. It was a big amp, and that was for the two 12s. And I used one of these to be able to hook up the amps. Very nice. What I'll do is I'll go into the other room and hook it up, and then show you how it works and everything. Now, normally with the subwoofers, I would go. My old Jammo one was a 6.5 inch, more than loud enough. Then I had an 8-inch here in the bedroom. That 8-inch was unbelievable. I loved it. In my living room, I wanted a 12-inch. You know, Americans, go big or go home. 12-inch is overkill. Even 10-inch is overkill in my little living room. But it's beautiful. It gives me that chest-pounding bass that I really like and enjoy. Okay, and it's not too much where it's over-bassed. Today, I'm vaping on my Zeteki RVCC with the juice that I made, my berry juice. Let me take a vape. Nothing like fresh cotton. Fresh cotton is so nice in a vape. This was able to be purchased off of Shopee for 171 peso. It's a very cheap product, but don't go with the cheapest ones. The cheapest ones do not have any adjustable gain. This one has an adjustable gain, which you want. So go with this one. Go with one that has an adjustable gain. It'll be under 200 peso. And if you have a coupon for free shipping, it makes the deal even better. So, let's go out to the living room, hook this up, and we'll go from there. Well, I'm back and I hooked it up. It took less than 5 minutes to hook it up. Remember, I am PWD, so I'm really not confident in showing myself hooking it up, trying to balance on one leg. My problem. I digress. It sounds really good. Connection was so easy. It's only one wire going from the amp to the subwoofer. It sounds very good. Now remember, I was originally looking for an 8-inch subwoofer for my living room. And I came across this Warfendale 10-inch. And it was even cheaper than the Yamaha that I was looking at. It was 1,000 peso cheaper than the Yamaha. So I went with a 10-inch. The 10-inch is an overkill for in here. I could gotten away with an 8-inch with no problem. It would have been perfect. But I really do like the 10-inch a lot. It gives a lot of bass to my music and it sounds really good. I'm very happy with the way the system came out. Speaker placement. You guys, I can't stress to you how much speaker placement will improve your sound quality if done correctly. You can have the most expensive speakers in the world, and if they're not properly placed, they'll sound like dog poo. On the other hand, you can have a pair of crappy speakers, and if you position them right, they'll sound a lot better than they did before. It's all got to do with positioning. And me, I live by the triangle rule. I have 5 feet between my speakers, so I would be sitting 5 feet away from the tweeters of my speakers. So you just take a tape measure. Measure it out, your distance between the speakers and the distance from you sitting in your chair to the speaker, to each one of the speakers. All of them measurements should be the same. So if you're 5 foot, if your speakers are 5 foot apart, you should be 5 foot away from the speakers in the middle. That's where your lazy boy should be placed. That's where my lazy boy is placed. Lazy boy is a chair in America, in other places, that us men love to have. It's called a lazy boy. It's the type of chair that the front kicks out and it leans back. It's a very comfortable chair. But hey, sorry for the people yelling in the hallway. Well, anyways, your positioning of the speakers and the positioning of yourself is very important to the sound quality that you get out of your speakers. The channel separation, the sound stage, all play into the factors of your speaker placement. So it's very important. I'm going to stress to you guys, speaker placement is very, very important. But it sounds good. My subwoofer just shut off because it's got auto shut off, which basically means if it doesn't detect a signal, it automatically shuts off, which is a nice feature. See, now it just came alive. It sounds good. It really is a good sounding system. I can't believe the Sony sounds so well. Now this is to show you how to hook it up to an amplifier that has no subwoofer out and no preamp out. My Sony receiver has no preamp out, so the best way of doing it was by the way that I just showed you, using the Sun converter. And I hooked it up to the amp, not to the speakers. I didn't want to have more wires hanging or anything like that, so I like it this way. It's simple, easy, one wire connection, done in less than 5 minutes.
Make sure when you put the speaker leads into the amp that you don't overstrip them. Do not take too much of the insulator off. They just got to be enough to get in there. You don't want none hanging out. You don't want to do a short circuit and blow your amp. So be careful, be safe. We have a typhoon coming supposedly. Please, everyone here in the Philippines, be safe. Take care of yourselves. Watch each other. Check in on your neighbor. You guys have a good day. The next video I'm going to do is going to be on the new DAC that I have. I picked up another DAC. And I'll do a video on that. And then I'm going to start concentrating on my acoustics. I'm going to do something with the soundproofing in this room and get rid of the echo and the reverb. So, you guys take care. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Check me out on my Facebook page or just leave a comment. Thank you guys. You guys take it easy. Salamat. See ya.